Only 5 years ago, Bowens Creek was just a big drainage ditch channeling water along an old railroad grade. The sluggish water warmed each summer, losing life-giving oxygen. This was some lousy fish habitat and a lethal place for trout. But sometimes we can undo the damage done by past generations. Nate Winkler is a biologist working for the Conservation Resource Alliance, or CRA, and the project manager for the river habitat restoration effort begun on Bowens Creek in 2010.
The Arcadia Lake watershed is very small. I think it's 16,000 acres total. If you pan around behind me, you can see the entire boundary of the watershed. There are what we call first order streams that emanate out of the ground via spring discharge, and they coalesce into Bowens Creek. The entire project is very, very broad, and my part was focused on the habitat enhancement of the stream behind me because it was directed out of its native channel back in the late 1800s, early 1900s, and diverted into a ditch alongside a railroad grade. Part of the overall project to restore the marsh was to redirect Bowens Creek back into its native channel, and also to provide amendments, habitat amendments that normally would have recruited into the channel if it had been open and flowing in its native channel over the past years. And those amendments include coarse and large diameter wood for fish and wildlife habitat. Wood provides a very stable substrate on which the bottom of the food chain can colonize from the biofilm that the macroinvertebrates feed on, and the macroinvertebrates, or bugs, provide a source of forage for birds and trout. So what you get is we took a homogeneous channel that had not received wood for, I'm going to estimate, 100 years. We add wood, which provides heterogeneity to the channel, which provides several layers of habitat for the different organisms that rely on streams. So in effect, we've created a source of biodiversity where there was none. And especially with being a almost direct tributary to Lake Michigan, it provides that nexus between the Great Lakes and up higher in the watershed, which we do get migratory fish coming out of Lake Michigan running way up into the hills. It does provide a fair amount of benefit on a broad scale.